All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. I am not Brian Alvarez, and this is the AEW Dynamite Season 2, Episode 26, 6/24/20 review. Oh, yes, indeedy do. We are live. The people are coming in oh so slowly tonight. Polar Family just lighting up the chat board. Hello, my friend. Who else we got in here? Oh, sorry, that's me. Yo, excellent AEW tonight. Top class action. I agree with you. Zach Bonifer, what's up? My favorite nephew from the islands, Paul Nelson. What is up? Deactivated user Styles, my brother. Yo. It's up. Yes, I am here. Wait. Yep, I'm here. All right. I guess I will be good tonight. Please, I appreciate it. Don't pull a Kyle. I'm watching Hikaru go full can of whoop ass on forward action. Yes, that was fun, wasn't it? Swag fan, what is up? Mr. Frets just got off of work, got some pizza and some brewskis. Let's go. Oh, no, I want pizza. Do me a favor. I'll just DM me. I'll send you my address and just send me a pizza. All right. Hear about QT and Mox. Yes. Yes, I did. I heard Mox took the night off because he ran into someone that had the virus. And so he's probably quarantining himself for 2 weeks, which will put it at night 2, assuming he's good, that he's fine, that he doesn't have any issues. We say a little prayer that he, stays healthy over the next 2 weeks, and then he can get to Fighter Fest night 2. QT Marshall, yeah, they announced that it was originally supposed to be QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes versus, was it FTR? I think that's what it was. Bill's boy says, I'd like to know how Britt Baker was able to command the old Pope Mobile. That's what Reba's job is. That's what Reba's job is. She's the driver. She is the cohort. And then she's got the muscle in the bandana on the side for additional help. Obviously, did not help tonight, did it? We'll get into that. Sup, Hakeem? How you doing? Kyle. Smash's podcast is awesome. You never let me down, buddy. Hope QT is okay, healthy as well as Mox. Yes, we hope that. Did I hear what happened to Chikara? Yes, rest in peace, Chikara, and that's all I'm saying on that, because it's an entirely different hot mess from what I am talking about tonight. Awesome card for both nights. We will get into that. Yes, we will. We have the updated card. We might even get some. You know what? I got a feeling we're going to get some surprises. Maybe at least one surprise. That's a guess. But that's going to put us well, that's still going to put us several weeks before the whole 90-day clause of all the free agents. So I don't think we're going to get any surprises that way, unless it's somebody from the 30-day deal, 30-day no compete clause, such as someone from NXT. That's the only way we're going to get a surprise, that way. Excuse me. Elijah Washington. Oh my goodness. Hello. There you hear former ECW manager heading to AEW, and you won't believe it. Former ECW manager. Former ECW manager. Are you talking about Paul Heyman? I highly doubt it's Paul Heyman. There's rumors that someone from ECW is going to end up in Impact Wrestling. They're teasing that like crazy. Please don't say Paul. What match are you looking forward to for the up and coming Fyter Fest event? I would say, you know what? Let me quick look at the card, and then we'll get into this review. Oh man, I'd say it's going to be a cross between. It's for me currently. It's a 3-way tie. Okay, it's a 3-way tie. I'm sure you can guess the first one, Mox versus Cage. Assuming it's going to happen. Okay, I always say a billion times, never assume anything in a world of wrestling. But let's just assume that Mox is going to be healthy. Okay, he's going to make it to Fyter Fest night 2. That's 2 weeks off, July 8th. Cage versus Brian, Cage versus Mox is the match that I never knew that I wanted to see, and now I absolutely cannot wait to see it. I just never. It was just one of those things. It's like, I don't know if I'd call it a fantasy match, but it's a former world champion versus a current world champion, And watching Cage's rise over the last 5 years and everything that Mox has done over the last, we'll just say 10-ish years, man, it's wild, eh? Cody versus Jake Hagar. I have absolutely no doubt that they're going to tear the house down. Okay. And the sleeper dark horse for both nights, but especially night 2, the 4-man tag. Young Bucks with FTR versus Butcher, Blade, and Lucha, the return of the Lucha Bros. That's going to be something special. I've missed me some Pentagon and Phoenix. How did they get across the border? Maybe they weren't down in Mexico. Maybe they were somewhere in the United States, just quarantining. I don't know. I really honestly do not know. I don't know that much about like where, like I know like originally I think they're from Mexico. Don't call me a Lucha Brothers expert or nothing, but so yeah, I don't know. So I was just, I'm waiting for this to pop up in the chat. I'm surprised it hasn't. It's like, oh, if the Lucha Brothers are there, why aren't other people from down in Mexico coming back to a main roster in another company? It's kind of controversial. I'm just messing around. I'm not going to be that guy. But you are, J-Bone. You are. All right, let's get into this. I like Cage, but I can't get past this cartoonish look. It's different. It's different. He is unique. You know, he's a little bit of old school big guy look with a little bit of, you know, I think part of it is the whole Wolverine thing, you know. Grabs all your lollipops on my way in. That's just rude, Eric. That's just rude. My goodness. Give them back. I got two of them right here. All right. So this is for the AEW Dynamite Season 2, Episode 26, 6/24/20 review. We got a lumberjack match kicking off this episode. It was almost the cover of this review. I saw that picture of Luchasaurus dressed as a lumberjack, and same with Wardlow, and I was just like, nope, I can't. I will lose 20 subs if I make that my cover. I did giggle though. I appreciated it. The social media art department of AEW made me laugh. I liked it. But so yeah, we get what we get tonight. I like the FDR. You know, it's like, hey, if they're going to be featured, I'll make them the cover consistently. I think people appreciate that. I should have more of a variety, but I obviously couldn't put someone like Sammy Guevara on the cover. Oh man, I just looked at last week's cover and I was like, oh, if you only knew a couple days out, if you only knew, you know, I wouldn't have made that the cover, but whatever. All right, so we got Luchasaurus versus Wardlow, lumberjack match. All the lumberjacks are spread out around the ring. This one goes all over the place, goes up to the stage. We got people flying off the stage that he sends, was it Wardlow? Wardlow sends Marco Stunt and someone else, I forget who, Brandon Cutler, sends them both into this pile of lumberjacks. And then Wardlow goes, and then of course, Luchasaurus has to shooting star press off the stage. Just, oh my God. And after all that, Wardlow wins the lumberjack match. This was a lot of fun. Absolute chaos. The brawl continues after the match. MJF brawls. Jurassic Express gets involved. This underlying feud between Jungle Boy and MJF is just priceless. And it expanded to MJF / Wardlow and all of Jurassic Express. But the real feud here is Jungle Boy and MJF. You know, and we've seen that. We've seen the matches before. Or was it just one match? I thought it was more than one. But we've seen it. Oh my goodness. Zach Bonifer says, lumberjacks makes me want some pancakes with lots of butter. All right. Now I just want to go to McDonald's and get one of those big ass breakfasts and just like mix everything together, man. Yeah, I watched it. If you guys missed it, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I'm trying to stay away from the chaos and the negativity and oh my God, there's just so much of it today. Deep breath. Sammy put out a video apology on his YouTube channel. It was humble. I did appreciate seeing it. It does seem more sincere than just words on a screen, you know. Take it for what it is right now. And he apologized, nothing more to say. Nothing more, nothing less. And he's going to go away for quite a while. Do I hope to see him back? Yeah, actually, I do. Because what I've seen over the last handful of years, I've never seen an inkling of any of that. Okay. So he'll learn from this. I honestly believe he will. Now there's other situations where people actually did act and do physical harm to other people. Now I know words cut deep and words can do a lot of damage. Trust me. I know this. I know this personally. But I still feel like the act is still worse than words. Okay, that's me. You can have your own opinion. That's fine. I'm not going to call you right or wrong. Whatever. It's fine. Don't want to argue about it. But so yeah, if you want to go check it out, he put it out there. So I just wanted to take note of that. Someone mentioned it. There you go. William Gardner's in the chat. What is up? Save the negativity for destroying kayfabe. Guys, if you don't know, Styles has not done a lot of podcasting in the last several months. He's done it on and off here and there, and he went off on all this stuff going on. You can head on over to Destroying Kayfabe. I believe it's this channel right here. If you want to go check out my brother. He's put some gaming stuff on there too, some retro stuff. So if you want to check that out, by all means, go give my boy some love. So J-Bone at Fighter Fest, we ain't getting MJF or Jungle Boy. No, we are. We are. Just not we just don't have the singles match. It's a tag match. I'll run down the entire card for you guys. Just hold your horses. I'll do it at the end. Okay. That'll keep you right here. Oh, okay. My buddy Styles, this is his channel right here. Destroying Kayfabe. Okay. There you go. Jabransky Hefferino here to serve you. Yes. No, not AJ Styles. CM Styles. Different. It's a long distant cousins, uncles, dogs, caretaker. Sort of. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, go give Destroying Kayfabe some love. So yeah, they make it official. I'll give this announcement. I'll run down the whole card later. They do announce after this brawl that Tony Khan makes it official. MJF and Wardlow versus Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. So that's the tag match at Fighter Fest. And that's night 1. That's night 1. There you go. We get updates from Britt Baker throughout the night. I'm just going to wrap this all up into one pretty little Britt Baker package. She keeps sending messages to Tony Schiavone, which is funny, about so-and-so, and she likes so-and-so or she doesn't like so-and-so. I think last week's was a little funnier, but nonetheless, I still like the bit. She's a bitch and she's got Reba at her side, but this time, her mobile or her mobile, whatever, her vehicle is a little more souped up now. She is surrounded by plexiglass. So you can't get to her. You can't hashtag snatch a bitch. You know, oh wait, that's the other show. You can't do that. So, but then later on in the show, Big Swole does find her, and she's knocking. She's messing with her, and she's shaking her finger, and Britt Baker's like, whatever. She's drinking her appletini or whatever. I think, you know, if I had to take a guess, someone from another show at another time used to make a really good appletini. I imagine Christopher Daniels taught her how to make that appletini. You guys remember back in the day when Christopher Daniels would be on his way to the ring and he'd be carrying his appletini to the ring, doing a little whatever. I don't know. Like, this is when he's still tagged with Kazarian. This is like 10 plus years ago, I think. Something like that. It's crazy. Maybe not quite that long ago. Feels like it is, though. It was a while ago. I can't remember the name of the tag team. Absolute something. Something with an A. I forget. No. Someone will come up with it. I know it. But anyways, Daniel Appletini, yeah. Global Wars, what is shaking, dude? Hope you are well. Bad Influence. Thank you, Hakeem. Thank you. Appreciate it. I knew somebody would come up with it. They called themselves something else in Ring of Honor. That was something with an A. Can't remember, but nonetheless. Back to Britt Baker. I'm getting off track. And I'm not even drinking tonight. Absolute vodka. Yes, that was absolutely it. No, not quite. Close. All these people with the absolute vodka and the martini glasses. Yes. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Found all the martini glass emojis. I love you guys. It's hilarious. So Big Swole finds a way around this, goes to what is actually the front of the vehicle, climbs up, gets on top with the garbage can, and dumps it all through, you know, like the hole on top of the plexiglass is all open, you know, sky's all open, dumps the entire can of garbage, boom, all on top of Miss Britt Baker. And she's just furious now, and you know, I like this. They're keeping Britt Baker in the mix, even though she's injured. And like I've said before, we don't see that. Usually when you're injured, you go away, you go bye-bye. We don't see you for several weeks, except for like on social media or through, you know, interviews or other stuff. No, she is right there in the mix every week, several segments. It's unheard of. It really is. And it deserves to be applauded because it just shows how hard of a worker she is, and she doesn't have to be there. She could tell Tony, I'm going home and rehabbing, and I'm sure Tony would be like, no problem. Keep in touch, you know, we'll get you back here ASAP. The addiction, that's it. Was it bad attitude? Was it the addiction or was it bad attitude? It sounds, no, it wasn't Bad Company. That's a band with a really horrible lead singer. And I mean, not a horrible singer. The lead singer is a horrible person. Okay. Not going to get into that right now. I'll get into that another time. Because, you know, there goes my ADD and we're all over the place. We're going to start, you know, talking about the jacked up jukebox soon. No, that is coming this weekend. I skipped this past weekend because I was a little under the weather. All right. So Britt Baker got trashed. It was a beautiful segment. Hikaru Shida versus Oh, it was a great 10-second match because by the time I got done writing Red Velvet, the match was over. I actually had to rewind the 10-second match because I looked up and the match was done. And I was like, okay, now I need to rewind it and see how it finished. Poor Red Velvet never had a chance. Hikaru Shida was fired up because Penelope Ford is just messing with her. Just messing with her. It was that one punch at the beginning of the match, and I give the ref a lot of credit for getting Hikaru Shida in the ring because for a split second there, I'm like, oh, we're not even going to have a match. Hikaru Shida's going to drop that kendo stick and shove it straight up Penelope's ear hole. Okay. We'll be nice. We'll be nice. So and so as soon as this 10-second match was done with the Falcon Arrow, a split second later, out of the ring, just pounced on Penelope Ford and attacked the hell out of her, brawled. The new guy was trying to hold back the new guy. Who's the new guy, J-Bone? It's slipping my mind. It's the guy they hired last week. The guy they just got from AEW, and the name is escaping me right now. He fought Cody and got the contract. But anyways, he caught a right from Penelope Ford over Hikaru Shida's shoulder. And I didn't know if he was just selling it or what, but it just looked bad. All of a sudden, he was like crunched over and still trying to hold on to Hikaru Shida, and he's holding his face at the same time. It was hilarious. Yes, pounce. Ricky Starks, Jiminy Christmas, thank you. Yes, Bell's boy, it was a pounce. It was, she absolutely did pounce on there. You think Hagar's wife can take on Cody? Maybe in a water splashing match. I'm gonna splash some ice cold Perrier on you. She's a bad bitch. Yes, well, I'm assuming, all the rich folk drink Perrier or Perrier. Knocked him out hard. What? It wasn't ice water. What are you talking about? You're so goofy. So yeah. So that is one of the championship matches we are getting in a few weeks. 2 weeks. Is it either night 1 or night 2? I got to double check. Hikaru Shida versus Penelope Ford for the AEW Women's Championship. Press conference time. You guys got ahead of me. It's okay. Cody is there with his whole crew. No one showed up on the other side. Jake Hagar showed up late. Now, everyone online has been talking about this underlying slow heel change of Cody. And I must be like the only one that is missing it. Because I didn't see it at all in this press conference. If I missed something, like I've said in weeks past, I see Cody as he's cocky, he's confident. I don't see this with these little things he's doing. I don't see that as part of a heel change. Now, can some of it be misconstrued and it might be a slow burn thing? Maybe, and maybe that's why I'm missing it. But I don't see it. I don't see it, especially if something is happening, it is going to happen. Um, it's going to happen after Fyter Fest because Jake Hagar is a pretty big heel, and especially what happened here with Jake's wife splashing water all over the champion. I mean, I was just that got Brandy hot. That was funny. Dustin was hot. Get her out of here. That was funny. Swag fan 100 says you can be a cocky face. You can. You can. We've seen that plenty of times. Look at Mox. Mox is cocky. Mox rides that like that gray line, See, like the anti-hero, Bell's voice said when he said where was his nightmare family and wondered why the Bucks or Kenny didn't help him out the week before. Oh yeah, okay, I remember that part. Yeah, but I don't see. Everyone looked at that and said, "Oh yeah, where's the family? Where's the elite? Why aren't the elite there helping him?" I don't look at it as a heel turn. He's just asking a question. It's because they all got shit going on. That's why. They're not a united front going after one thing. This isn't like what was the main event of the pay-per-view, where they're all in the stadium and they're all fighting each other. It's not that. See, Cody was not a part of that. Cody has his own thing going on, So that answers Cody's question. It's not they're turning on him. It's not he's turning on them. He's too wrapped up in himself, and that's his cockiness. So I don't know. Whatever. I could be wrong. You could be right. Who knows? But yes, you are missing it, Uncle. Okay, I'm missing it then. There's an interesting little tidbit. Arn and Tully couldn't help Flair all the time. They had titles to defend as well. So yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Perfect example. So yeah, there was a press conference. It was all right. It's there was absolutely no mistaking here who was the heel, who was the babyface. Jake Hagar posing and then, doing one of these straight into Cody's face. Didn't punch him, but it was like right here. Just, fucking with him. And that was just enough to like set off both sides, So now this next part, this is interesting. We had Joey Janela getting drunk a couple weeks ago, and he's feeling a little lost. Like he doesn't have a direction. Something's going on. And like he's trying to regain his focus and all that kind of stuff. And Sonny's like, "Hey, what's up?" Sonny Kiss is trying to be a good friend and help pick him up. Not pick him up, pick him up, lift him up. What you do with your friends when they're down. So that's what we've seen over the course of the last few weeks. Now, in this promo right before the tag match, she has Joey drive. Joey stops, gets gas, goes inside, grabs some Lunchables. He's eating a burrito. He's just, doing your typical, garbage gut pickup. Now, while Sonny Kiss is filling up the car with gas, a bunch of thugs approach him and start messing with him. Now, we haven't seen a lot of Sonny Kiss lately. And I love this segment because you forget how athletic, now we see more of it in the match, but you forget how athletic Sonny Kiss is. Okay. And if you want to see even more of it, because we haven't seen a ton of Sonny Kiss throughout this inception, this first year of, All Elite Wrestling, we see him here or there. If you want to see more of it, go look for highlights from Lucha Underground season. I believe it was the last season. Sonny Kiss was a part of that. Go check it out. Tremendous athleticism. I forget who we all fought, but it was cool. It was unique. It was that was my introduction to Sonny Kiss. And then when I heard that he got signed by AEW, I was like, oh my goodness, that's just awesome. That someone like this got such a unique opportunity and then got signed to an actual wrestling company. Because I've said it once, said it a bunch of times, people always mistook Lucha Underground for a wrestling company. It's not. It's Hollywood. It's a TV show. It's a TV show with wrestling on it. Big difference. That's why I went by the wayside. It's a TV show. Had they run it more like an actual wrestling company, it still would be here. The contracts would have been better. They would have, paid these people pennies to be on episodes of television. It's like, hello, this is television. This is something big. You can't pay these guys a couple $100 for an episode. Jeez Louise. Humble Beast is late for the party. That's okay. That's okay. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. If you guys missed it, Humble Beast was part of the watch along that I hosted on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast, Impact Wrestling watch along. That was last night over exclusively on the Twitch, which that keeps growing, which I really appreciate it. Now, the trick is for over there, we're getting a lot of followers, but we're not getting as many watch alongs. That's the thing. You can get a ton of followers, you can get a ton of subs, but we need people watching along too. That's how TNI is going to become a Twitch partner. You need like up to, or at least close to 75 at a crack. Now we did good. We're rolling about just short of half of that. Upper 20s, low 30s. So that's the goal. Is we just need more people watching on Twitch. Okay. So, and that's one thing I failed to mention last night. So there you go. For the few people that are here, it's okay. Just still trying to promote it. What is next here? Okay. So we get the fight scene. Joey Janela comes out, spits out his burrito, throws the Lunchables, and helps Sonny take out all these people, and then they take off for the Daly's place. Now, they didn't just have to go through all that. Now they got to go through a tag match with Colt Cabana and Brody Lee, and that's next. So, now this is very interesting. The side story here, of course, is it's like the last temptation of Christ, except Christ is Cabana. Little religious joke there. Brody Lee's the devil. He's trying to tempt Colt Cabana to join the Dark Order. They're standing up on that mountain. If you just bow to me, all this can be yours. If you're a man of faith, you know exactly what story I'm talking about. But anyways, So Brody Lee, this was actually a really good, story aside, this was a really good wrestling match. They all got some great offense in there. Sonny, and this was a tremendous reminder on how athletic and how talented Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela are. Would have never in a million years thought these two would have been a tag team. Now, I don't know if this is going to stay together. This is probably a test, but they're still missing some tag teams, so they throw a couple more out there. I think some others are going to be returning soon, like was it TH2, Evans and Angelico. They're I believe they're down in Mexico. Don't quote me on that, but they've been gone for quite a while. They just showed up in the latest Being the Elite. I haven't watched that in ages. Strange episode. Strange episode. Just felt weird. I came back to this one. And it just was really weird. It was called Christian AF. I'm like, okay, those two don't really, you don't really say those two together. It's just, oh my God. Pastor J-Bone. Nope, not preaching. Just, don't take it as that. You're personally recruiting J-Bone. What are you? You're scaring me, Mr. Gardner. What are you recruiting me for? What did I miss? Are you talking about for the Dark Order? I tried to join. They didn't hire me. Sent them a letter and everything. I did the whole thing online. They did not want me. I don't know why. It hurts. No, okay. They said, this guy's too freaking nice. Has anybody seen Manny Bones? He's missing. Yeah, I just got a postcard. The mail's upstairs. I didn't bring it down here. I got a postcard from Manny today. I didn't say where. It was just one of those generic ones like, hi, glad you're fine. Wish you were here. One of those weird ones, And it was like, no return address, just weird. So it's like, okay, I'm sure he'll be back soon. Maybe he is getting a tan. It's summertime now. He does, he is a little pale. I should talk. I'm about as pale as the walls behind me. So. No, he'll be back soon. I'm assuming he's gonna, yeah, there you go. See, it's, whoops, clicked the wrong thing. Makeover Manny. See, there it goes. I've heard pastors swear from the pulpit before. Christian is one of those corny Jesus is my homeboy shirts you see at Kingdom Bound or Cornerstone. Oh, God. That's funny. That is funny. That's why he's gone. Yes, that's why he's gone. Yeah. Wish you were her. Her. You guys are goofy. No, HD. No, Manny Bones did not join the Dark Order. Say a little prayer. We hope he did not. We hope he did not get recruited by Mr. Brody Lee. I didn't. Is that new that they just started calling him that, Mr. Brody Lee? I think it's hilarious. Is that another Vince McMahon joke that I didn't catch? Might be. So Brody Lee and Colt Cabana get the win here. In fact, Brody Lee hits him with the lariat, gets up, and then, does one of these, like, oh, no, here, you, by all means, take the pin. And Colt Cabana was like, oh, really? Me? Get the pin? Okay. Gets the pin, and they celebrate, and they go to the back. But Colt is Colt is struggling with this. Colt is really struggling with this, because he's good guy Colt, good guy Colt, babyface Colt, and he's really. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Zach. I love you too. I know when I get outside after this rain and do a little more outdoor work, I'm gonna be as tan as Kylie Ray. All right, just mark my word. Oh no, not quite. Although I am a little jealous of her tan. It's a great tan. So yeah, Colt is struggling with this, and now is just as Colt is making his way into the tunnel, Lance Archer comes out of nowhere and attacks Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela, and Colt is standing there like he wants to go help, but then he doesn't. Now see, like you can tell something's already changing with Colt Cabana. This is a perfect sign. The old Colt would have even thought about it for 2 seconds. He would have dove off the stage onto Lance Archer and just pummeled him. No, he left Sonny Kiss and Janela to just get pummeled by Lance Archer. And then Jake was like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. You made your case. And then they made a match. Let me double check my notes here. Was it a fighter? It is. They made the match later. They announced it for night 2. We'll go over that. All right. And we're about halfway through the show here. Now we're coming up on the hour. We got SCU, Kazarian and Christopher Daniels versus FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. Those names just blow my mind. I'm like, man, how the hell did you come up with those? Because they're just great wrestling names. Like old school, tough guy, yet a little goofy wrestling names. You got I love you guys. You guys just crack me up. Humblebee says, hey Jay, I've been wanting to tell you I like the green color scheme of the name and all. Thank you. That took a while to like. This is all still a work in progress. I've been trying to come up with new logo designs and stuff, and I wanted something different from my TNI boys, or like the Impact Wrestling red, the deep red look. So I'm like, all right, let's pick something. I'm doing some bright colors here. We got the orange, we got the that's red. That's red. We got the orange. I'm wearing the yellow. We got some other colors on the other side of the monitor over here. I gotta organize these. I gotta wash these. I'm just a hot mess over here behind the camera. But so yeah, I'm like trying to pick a new color scheme, and so there you go. Thanks, appreciate it very much. HD says Manny Bones is number 11 in the Dark Order. I heard he signed his name on your application to join the Dark Order. Oh my God, do you think he did? That son of a bitch. Oh my God, no wonder. They probably looked at Manny and they said, oh, we got a skeleton here. It's perfect. He already looks evil. You're in. Who's this J-Bone guy? You probably nailed it right on the head, dude. How many cases of sickness does your state have? Too many. Like all these states are just completely blowing up now after all this hostilities. We'll just sum it all up as hostilities, okay? Oh, and protesting. Thank you for doing that, America, because you just completely destroyed our chances of getting out of this anytime soon. Thank you, America. Your selfishness has been completely duly noted. Our numbers have been slowing down, but they're still there. Southeastern Wisconsin is still quite the hot spot, and that's exactly where I am. So, which is why I still barely go anywhere. I've gone like 3 places in the last 12 plus weeks. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm a little wacky at times, there you go. A little bit of cabin fever for you. I said this back in March. I'm like, we're going to see the slow demise of the mentality of J-Bone live right here. It's just slow and ugly. And within 3 months, I'm going to have this like weird haircut with hair down to my shoulders, but still bald on top. It's going to be called a skullet. The old classic skullet. Go look up 90s pictures of Devin Townsend. It'll scare the shit out of you. Because it'll be like, oh my God, it looks like J-Bone with long hair. Yep. It's going to happen. All right, back to the show. I need a Sprite. Get me one too. You know what? I have a tea. Screw it. I got waters here. I'll drink it tomorrow. My wife brought me home a tea. She's like, here, I don't want this. You can have it. All right. Where the hell was I? Oh, yeah. SCU versus FTR. This match, all I wrote down was, damn. This was a damn good match. This is just, oh my God. I am so happy that FTR is back on TV. I really, you know what? I really didn't care who they went with. You know, everyone assumed, oh, I know they're going to go here. Or, oh, I know they're going to go there. They still haven't put pen to paper. They're like on a handshake deal, I think. Because when things open up again, they want, you know, they want to get out there. They want to tour the world. They probably want to do Japan. Do Europe. If there's anything left in Europe after all this hot mess of, you know, not going to get into it. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's sad. It's really freaking sad. But yeah, FTR gets the win here. They beat him with their Goodnight Express. This, I would say, was match of the night. No surprise there. This one thing I can say is that Impact Wrestling and AEW are absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. Some nights are better than others, you know, depending on what brand you're watching. But they are absolutely killing it in the world of tag team wrestling, and it's so great to see, you know. And it's not an argument. It's just great to see, you know. And I'm just gonna put it like that. I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, if you look at this brand has these teams and these wins, and they're doing this, and this brand has these teams. No, they're just both doing a great job. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. You guys can discuss it amongst yourselves, like, oh, I think Impact's actually got a better crew, and you know, but AEW is doing this over here. It's all subjective. Okay, I'm appreciating it as a whole. Okay, so you guys can beat each other over that. No, I'm kidding. No, please don't. Please, no blood in the chat. Okay, no. None of this. And by the way, if you're new here and you're digging the content, please don't be afraid to smash that like button and smash that sub button. All right, so then at the end of this match, FTR's in the ring and they're cutting the promo, and all of a sudden they get interrupted by the Butcher and the Blade, and they look like they're gonna steal FTR's truck, and FTR's about to jump, but then they don't because they want to listen. They can't run and listen at the same time, so they're listening in the ring, and all of a sudden they get jumped by the Lucha Bros. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lucha Bros are back. And I have missed me some Pentagon and Phoenix. I really have. I love those guys. Those guys are so, no matter if you think about, who's a better tag team or not, just overall, I miss them. I miss them so much. Individually, together, don't matter. Missed them. So, and that is going to lead to another match, because we got a challenge from the Butcher and the Blade to, now there's a little bit of a swerve here. And I know I'm not the only one that thought this. I think everybody thought that at Fyter Fest, we were going to get FTR versus Young Bucks. And don't tell me I'm the only one. Now, it shows that AEW is smart businessmen. And what are they saying? Come on, I can hear you guys. Make them pay for it. Yes. Fyter Fest is free. 2 weeks, free. Free on TNT. Free, what do they say? Free 99, free 98, whatever they say. It's goofy. So, no, we're just going to give them the tease now. FTR and the Young Bucks versus Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros. So now the question is, are FTR and the Young Bucks, after all these little weeks of teases and taunts, are they going to get along at Fyter Fest? We'll have to wait and see. So that's smart. That's smart. It's like, oh, you're so close. It's almost there. It's almost there. You're almost at it. It's like that creepy dude in the fishing commercial. Oh, you're almost at it. What? Crimson Mask J-Bone. What the? No blood. No blood. No blood. I got to leave my office clean. So no blood. Oh, God. Where were the Lucha Bros? I'm assuming they were down south of the border because of the travel ban. But now they're back. That was my little joke. I think you came in later. That was my little joke at the top of the show saying, oh yeah, Lucha Bros are back. They traveled. Why didn't other people travel back and join another brand? That's my little Daga / Tessa Blanchard joke. It's a joke. It's not meant to start chaos and, oh, he's shitting on Tessa. No. Just asking a question. Just asking a question. I was shocked by this, so then it just gets your head thinking. The old Professor J-Bones, always thinking. Using those last 2 daily brain cells. And that's what I used it on. Now in about 5 minutes, if I don't wrap this up soon, I'm going to start drooling. It'll get real ugly real quick. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, we get that challenge. And then they accepted, and then boom, brawl. Crazy. We get a very interesting best friends / Omega and Paige promo. Best friends. Now, I could have sworn that the best friends, Trent and sexy Chucky T, I could have sworn they were tag champs somewhere. They said in this promo that they'd never been tag champs before. I was shocked. Now, were they just saying that? Because I could have sworn they had belts somewhere, either Ring of Honor or Ring of Honors. It's water, Judge. I swear to God. Ring of Honor. See, it just kind of rolled. You know, that or what they weren't together. Trent didn't tag with Chuck Taylor in New Japan, did he? That was someone else, right? And I haven't watched that in so long. It's now escaping me who he tagged with there, but I could have sworn they were. Humble Beast, don't get me started on Test the Mess. Oh, that's funny. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Tag Champs for Best Friends. Okay, so that's like an indie company. I think they meant like on a bigger stage. Yeah. That sounds fun. I don't watch a lot of PWG. I always watch like the highlight reels and shit. Chabo tried to be fun. You almost had it. That is funny. Don't tell me that's not funny. That's funny. FTR versus Young Bucks at All Out 3. Yeah, you're probably right on that one. Is that the next one? I guess it would be. That'll be Chicago like this fall. Late summer, early fall. If it even happens. I doubt it. Honestly, the way Chicago is right now, nothing's going to be in Chicago for at least a year. Chicago's worse than southeastern Wisconsin. And anything surrounding Chicago, like southeastern Wisconsin, is just blowing up more. We are one of the worst, next to like, New York and everything. We are one of the worst hot spots. This little chunk of land, this whole southern end of the Great Lakes area, we are just bad. The ignorance in this area is just horrible. No, it was Rocky Romero and Trent, known as Roppongi Vice. Thank you, Bell's boy. I just couldn't. I knew Trent was, and then Trent, but that was the junior. What was it? The junior tag teams, wasn't it? And then Trent moved up to the heavyweight division his last year in New Japan, and then went to Ring of Honor. It went something like that. Still laughing at Jabo. Oh, when I turned the headband thing around when I was, I wasn't drunk. I was just being goofy. Okay. I haven't been that drunk live in a long time. I don't want to do that to my crew because I have way too much love and respect for the TNI crew. I won't do that. So if I'm just acting completely retarded off my ass, I'm not drunk. I'm just being stupid, okay? Labor Day weekend? Yeah, that ain't happening. Not by a long shot. I know that's like 2 months out, but no way in hell that's happening. 2-ish months, whatever. I don't know. Ooh, Terrence says, get Daga and Tessa out of Impact. Do you really want that? I don't want that. I'll put it this way. If they're doing this purposely, what company is going to pick them up after doing this? That's not good for anyone, But anyways, all right. It's Big T, the booker for he's one of the producers. He works with, X amount of people on the AAW roster in Chicago. Yeah, he's the one. And so if you want to know who helped Hakeem Zayn, aka Rohit Raju, with those promos, he helped direct him in those. So if you go look that up, like we've said, go look them up because they're some of the best promos you're going to see within the last couple of years. Go check out Hakeem Zayn's promos from AAW Pro on YouTube. Trent had a hand in that. It's good shit. Cheech and J-Bone Chong, you guys. Plenty of peps ready for tomorrow, I hope. Oh, yeah, I'll have one with you guys, okay? I'll have one. All right, where was I? All right. Best friends, yeah. So, it's just leading up to the tag team championship match at Fyter Fest. Very excited for it. Now we got Brian Cage versus John Cruz. No relation to Tom Cruise, from what I've heard. It's not even a 114th cousin. It probably doesn't even spell it the same. Probably Cruz or something. I didn't even see the spelling. But by the time I got done writing the name, the match was over. Match was over in like 30 seconds. It was a squash. Not much to say about it. It's putting over. So the thing is, this was supposed to be Jon Moxley. We talked about that earlier. Is Trent's name Big T now? No, that's just Paul making up nicknames. Like he calls me Uncle, I forget what he calls Kyle. Oh my God. Big T. Yeah. So now everybody's gonna start calling Trent Big T, and Trent's gonna be like, "What the hell?" I feel like I'm. Oh no! Renee Young has COVID. Oh man! So that must mean that so that's. So Mox has to quarantine away from Renee Young because she was the one that was sick. Is that confirmed? Is that legit? Oh man. All right, we'll continue. You guys just blow up the chat. Let me know if it's confirmed or not. So yeah, Cage squashes Cruz. Taz cuts a great promo. And man, Taz, it's just so good to see Taz in this managerial mentor position, isn't it? Man, I've missed Taz is just so good. He's got to be just having a blast with this. It's legit. Okay, I believe you. I'm not going to ask you for the article or nothing. I believe you. Wrestling Inc. and Fightful confirmed it. Okay. Damn. Sad. I mean, she's young, so I'm not too worried, but it's still, there's little kids catching it now because there's 3,000 strains of this beast flying around the world now. It's scary. It's scary shit. I probably had number 4,268 of this strain of COVID because there was 1 week while my wife was gone and I was down with fevers and body aches. And that's the only symptoms I had. Now, I hadn't gone anywhere in several weeks. How the hell did I catch a fever? I caught it. I was fighting fevers for a week, but that's the only symptoms I had. It's just weird. I mean, I think I'm lucky. I don't know if I caught it or just a cold, one of those early summertime colds. I don't know. Crazy. But my symptoms never got bad to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to go get tested. I just hungered down here and, scraped the wall for fiber. No, I'm just kidding. I had to, stay clear of my pop pretty much. But I also had to do everything around the house too, which was sad. It's life. So, from the cats? Yeah, it's from the cats. Totally blame the cats. So then Brody Lee in the next segment there is with Cabana. And Cabana still looks like he's still kind of weighing everything out in his head, but he said it felt good. It felt good to win. Doesn't it feel good to win? Doesn't it? So this is what Cabana's weighing out. It felt good to win, but he still doesn't like who he won with. Mr. Brody Lee in the Dark Order. Surrounded by temptation. So he's like, all right, well, you enjoyed that win. How about this? We're going to challenge at Fyter Fest SCU. And Colt's like, SCU? It's like, those are his friends. Those are his old-time friends. Scratching his head on this one, I think, a little. And the official announcement comes later. We'll go over the full card in a bit. Big Swole, then I covered that section earlier. I ran all those little segments together in one. Big Swole gets on top of the vehicle, surprises Britt Baker with dumps the trash can all over Britt Baker, spoils her appletini. Hilarious. I loved it. I like, and like I'll say it again. It's unique. It's unique that Britt Baker is sticking around and they're still using her. Where else have you seen injured people just hanging around, constantly getting segments? If you could think one, let me know. I can't think of any. Especially this much. One does not come to mind. Next, we got Santana with Ortiz versus broken Matt Hardy. So I guess there was a thing online. I guess I saw it, but I didn't vote. You can pick who you wanted Matt Hardy, what version of Matt Hardy to face Santana. This was a really good match. And it was really good to see Santana. I don't think we've seen him in a while either. But Matt Hardy's had a few matches here and there. And then Neo #1, the drone, showed up too. This is drone number 1, but it's the third or fourth drone of this, broken world. It's been a while since we've had we lost the last one at the pay-per-view. It went down, right? Or something. Crashed, went in the pool or something. I don't know. So Matt Hardy gets the win here, but he has a great match with Santana. Great to see Santana. Man, he's got that COVID haircut growing back. We were used to seeing him with just the little hair on the head, and he really grew it back. I almost didn't recognize him. It's crazy. So they take out Matt Hardy at the end. They double team him. No surprise. Excuse me. And Private Party comes to the rescue because they're like a thing now. Then we have, to wrap up this episode, we have the face-off with Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. Now, I was just kind of assuming there wasn't going to be much to this. These guys brawled all over Daly's place. I was so impressed with this. Orange Cassidy has been on this like ultimate slow, but we talk about, oh, it's this storyline's a slow burn. It's taken a long time to develop. You just got to stay patient with it. Dude, since day one, since Freshly Squeezed signed that contract, first promo, this whole thing has just been one giant slow burn of Orange Cassidy slowly, ever so like slower than peanut butter in December. It's like, I don't know what the hell that is, but just been waiting forever to see more than just the hands in the pockets and the sidestep, oh, kick, oh, it's not even a kick. It's just, tapped him. But then all of a sudden, we've been seeing these little bursts of energy and fierceness from Orange Cassidy. It's just been crazy. And they brawled like all the way up the stairs, and Orange Cassidy ends up taking out Chris Jericho. Crazy. Loses his shades at the start of it. That's what really broke Orange Cassidy. That's what just sparked him, just set him off. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, had a new pair of shades. That was hilarious. They had them tucked away someplace. That was too funny. But in the process of all this, they said like it was the boom, the camera boom, whatever they call that, the big swing thing with the camera on the end of it, hit Orange Cassidy, sliced his ear open, and he had blood all over his white shirt. It's like, oh, you start to chant, he's hardcore, he's hardcore, he's hardcore. We saw the blood orange. End the stream or take his lollipops away. No, you're not taking my lollipops away. No, you and Eric, no, just no. Go away. Not taking my lollipops. So that's the end of the episode. Face Off ended up in a brawl. Chris Jericho, by the way, the promo Chris Jericho cut was great, as usual. All right, so let's run down the card now. Just went over an hour. Blood oranges are delicious. I'll have to check that out sometime. All right, so night one of Fyter Fest, which is next week. Night one, we got MJF and Wardlow versus Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. That's going to be a lot of fun. No predictions. I'm just going to go down the card. I might do predictions. Should I do predictions? Let me know in the chat if you want me to do predictions. Next, we got Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. And I think Matt Hardy is going to join Private Party, to be like in their corner. Might get a little revenge on Santana. And if he does show up, what version of Matt Hardy are we getting? Is Inner Circle still together? Yeah. I mean, Sammy's going away for an indefinite amount of time, but everyone else is still focused. It's just everyone has... they did the big team thing at the pay-per-view, but now everyone has separate agendas. Hagar's going for this. Chris Jericho's got this. Santana Ortiz, they're all doing their own thing. They're still together, but apart. Just like the Elite. Same, but different. Just like Milwaukee's just like Moscow, only different. Next, we got the women's champ, Hikaru Shida, defending against Penelope Ford. I think this is actually going to be a lot better than what people are predicting, because we haven't seen a lot of Penelope Ford. But it's great that she's getting featured here, because I think we're missing some women, but yeah, it's cool. It's great that she's getting this opportunity. TNT champ Cody going up against Jake Hagar, as we saw in the press conference. That one has the potential to be one of the best matches out of both nights. And I said that earlier in the night. It's looking like it's going to be one of my top three. Just, I might decide that later after I watch both nights, but I'm guessing right now that's going to be one of my top three. And then rounding out night one, looks like it's going to be Omega and Page defending the AEW Tag Team Championships against best friends Trent and Sexy Chucky T. Which I have no doubt it's got the potential to be tag team match of the 2-night event. Without a doubt. It's not in my top three, but like I said, it could change my mind. Now, night two, a little more of the headliner thing here. Although we had a lot of championship matches on the first night. Second night, we got Joey Janela versus Lance Archer. That kind of came out of nowhere. But whatever, we need matches, so I'm good with it. I'm excited. We might have to get a tombstone ready for Joey Janela, but don't tell him I said that. Still rooting for you, Joey. All right, next we got Nyla Rose. It says Nyla Rose will be in action. I don't believe they said against who. I don't know. Next we got let me know in the chat who you think Nyla Rose is going to face. There's some options. Not everybody's sick. Not everybody's quarantining. SCU versus Dark Order. That's going to be a lot of fun. So it's all three members of SCU, Scorpio Sky, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian versus the Dark Order, consisting of Mr. Brody Lee, Stu Grayson, and Colt Cabana. But Colt Cabana still has not officially joined the Dark Order. But the group as a whole is classified as the Dark Order. So this is going to be very telling. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of mental. It's going to be a mental tug of war. Put it that way for Colt Cabana. It's going to be interesting. We got Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho with a bag of blood oranges on a pole. No, I'm kidding. I made that up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be fun. Then we got a 4-man tag. Kind of like I said earlier, it's kind of a swerve. We thought we were getting one, we got something else. We're getting the Butcher, the Blade, and the returning Lucha Bros versus FTR and the Young Bucks. The FTR and the Young Bucks are going to be on a team. So we're not getting that match yet. Like you guys said, it'll probably be at the next pay-per-view or something. We'll have to wait and see. So, and then the headliner, assuming Mox is okay within the next 2 weeks, he's quarantined by himself, just him and his whiskey sours, right? Training like mad for the Machine, Brian Cage. And I'm not going to be surprised if it doesn't happen. And then that's not me wishing something bad on Mox. I'm just saying, the way things are escalating after all the protesting and all the rallies and all this stuff, it just shows you that even though you might have been social distancing with a face mask, maybe that face mask isn't all it's cracked up to be. Just a little thought there. So that's it. That's the 2-card night. Let me quick look up the chat here. Bell's Boy says do predictions. Anybody else? Hakeem asks a random question. Who has the most bandanas? You or Johnny Swinger? I'm assuming Johnny Swinger, but I am growing my collection by the week. I just had a ton new colors, as you've seen in my videos. It's so goofy. Who has more hairs on their head? Let's see. It's a 2-night event. Yes, it's free. It's not a pay-per-view. It's just 2 nights of TNT AEW Dynamite. They're calling Fighter Fest, July 1st and July 8th. So this was the go home. J-Bone is weird. SU versus Dark Order is very interesting. Will Daniels turn heel and become? Oh, they teased that a lot a few months ago, didn't they? And then they completely went away from it because Christopher Daniels showed up in a big black cloak, but rescued his buddies. It made everybody think that he turned. Yeah, that was funny. Joey's a filler match? I still think the match is going to be good. I mean, it doesn't have much build, but I hate to use that word filler. I know what you're saying. Oh, dear Lord. Nyla Rose versus Abaddon. Ooh. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I'm down for that. That gets my vote. That's a great guess. Stripes reference? I missed it. I must have said something that you thought it was something else. I don't know. Breaking news just added night 3, J-Bone's comedy and dad jokes. Get your tickets now, folks. Get your tickets now, folks. Dark Order and Annie J versus yeah. I know who you're talking about. The girl who was just but that'd be like heel versus heel. Or does Nyla Rose turn babyface? No, I don't know. Who knows? No rallies or checkers for Jay. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are crazy. J-Rock Freak, what is up? Predictions for Sir. All right, maybe I'll do some predictions this weekend. Maybe I'll do some. Book it in a group. Oops, I missed something. Abaddon versus Su Yung. Book it. Oh, man, that would be freaking... Dude, that would be like Godzilla versus King Kong. That'd be terrifying. Terrifying. Oh, that's what you were saying. Book it in a graveyard match. Yeah. I'd watch the crap out of night 3. Thank you, Mr. Fretz. I'll be sure to get my dad jokes ready. William Gardner says, prediction, pain. He predicts pain. Well, hopefully I won't be in pain during the predictions. But there's a little dad joke for you there. Gotcha. Polar Family says they've fought before and they've had good matches. Are you talking about Abaddon and Su Yung? Is that who you're talking about? J-Bone, did you hear Storm was retweeting for Slammiversary? Interesting on Twitter. Yeah, and you know what else was interesting was a certain former world champ tweeted hashtag YNWA. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, so I looked up hashtag YNWA. I'm like, YNWA? You never walk alone. And then I started reading the comments from this former champion's tweet. Oh, it's an Aces and Eights reference. No, it has nothing to do with the actual NWA. It's a tweet from Bully Ray. So that's got people thinking that Bully Ray just teased that, he might be the one guy formerly of ECW that they didn't know was a free agent. If you go back, and I actually did this. I did my little bit of research today. I went back and I watched that interview again with Chris Van Vliet and Bully Ray, Bubba Ray Dudley, whatever you want to call him. And he said he is allowed to do whatever he wants. He's not totally tied to Ring of Honor. And then, after he said that, he's like, if I want to go do something with Impact Wrestling, I can. And he mentioned Tessa Blanchard. Now, wouldn't it be funny if someone in that match actually is part of the new Aces and Eights, and Aces and Eights comes down and screws Tessa out of the win? See, this is all stuff I was thinking about while I was eating my cereal this morning. Just thought I'd share it with you guys. I think it's a great little, because we're going to get let's not kid ourselves, people. We're going to get a few. We're not going to just get one surprise, okay? No. We're going to get a few surprises at Slammiversary. It's going to be a pretty loaded evening with comebacks and surprises and stuff. So yeah, just throwing that out there. But the wrestlers that are, had been associated with them in the past and may have the opportunity to come back are all just messing with us. They know we're all just yapping it up, and that's great. Gets people talking. I'd rather talk about that than all the other horrible things going on in the wrestling industry right now, like Humble Beast says, eat cereal out of your Smash This podcast mug, bro. So, in the description of this video, thank you for reminding me, Humble Beast. In the description of this video, you'll find a link if you want to help support the brand of Smash This Podcast. You want to buy some merch, there's tees. There's, hey, it's summertime. You don't want sweatshirts, there's tanks. You can get yourself a tank. There's mugs. And I just saw that Josiah from What For Apparel is slowly but surely learning this this new machine he's got for knitting, for putting stuff on hats and such. Embroidery. I know that's one of those big words J-Bone doesn't use much. It's a new embroidery machine. He's learning to use it. And I was like, oh man, someday. So I'm hoping that by the end of summer, they get this machine learned. They start making some hats, and J-Bone's going to have Smash This Podcast hats for sale. It's coming. I'm telling you right now, it's coming. I'm staying patient. It's just a matter of when. But you guys will hear it first. I'll be dancing in my chair going, we got hats. So if you guys want to get some hats, tell What For Apparel, like, hey, get that machine running. We need Smash This Podcast hats. So go check out the link down in the description. Also down there are all my socials. Smash This Podcast. Of course, you're watching this right now live on YouTube, or you're watching the replay. If you're digging the content, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell. Blech. Wow, I screwed it up. Ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Smash This Podcast is also on the Twitter box, Facebook, and the Instagram. Me personally, I'm on the Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. See, I'm trying to get better at that. So there you go. That's it for this one. We'll see you guys tomorrow night over on the other podcast, TNI, Total Nonstop Impact, for the Thursday night throwback. I also have to catch up on some Impact. What the hell's it called? Impact in 60. I just watched them, took notes. Isn't it interesting that the one from last night after the Impact Wrestling episode was all about aces and eights? I'll leave you with that. If you're not watching it, DVR it. Go check it out. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Much love. See ya.